Hello, my name is Takuma Roback. I'm a third quarter graduate student at Medill. Here you are on the brink of your dreams. You are going out into this world to be journalists, CEOs, directors, broadcasters, producers, directors, and writers. I simply want to tell you a story or three that you may find instructive. Dan Green wrote one for December 2015 edition of Sports Illustrated. It was about a young man who entered into this college basketball coach's life. He was a high school senior, poised to become a member of the coach's team the following year. The fact that that young man was even there was a miracle in and of itself. Around 2003, this kid and his older brother were on their own at ages 9 and 13 after his mother was in jail and the father wasn't around. In order to survive, those brothers did whatever they had to do, like throwing trick dice to win crap games for money. They sold their Air Jordans and Sean John clothing at a reduced price. They even played basketball for money, betting local kids $20 when they had nothing in their pockets. All this time, they stopped going to school and ignored the various knocks on their door until there was one they invariably answered. It came from their father, who went through hell trying to locate them. He once had a relationship with them and their mother before she moved herself and the boys out of the house from Connecticut to Virginia in 1995. He had been searching for those kids ever since. The father moved these boys back to Connecticut, and after some rough going, he started to bond with the youngest over sports, particularly basketball. I want to also tell you about a divorced single mother in Edinburgh, Scotland, who lived in utter poverty. Her mother died after suffering from multiple sclerosis for 10 years. The woman herself was reportedly diagnosed with clinical depression and once contemplated suicide, but her condition fueled her to create, so she worked on her manuscript. I can even tell you another story, this one of a 42-year-old man who had been knocked down quite a few times, a man who hasn't had continuous full-time employment for 2 years and before that for 3 years. Couldn't get gigs that even paid $18 an hour, and lately the only part-time work he could score was as an event assistant, earning $13 an hour. He was months behind on rent and even close to eviction a few times. He couldn't feed himself some months and had to rely on family and friends. These anecdotes are extreme to a degree, but they are to illustrate that hard times in one form or another are inevitable, especially if you're chasing something. We will court antagonists of various shapes, guises, and dimensions. It could be a supervisor or editor. It could be a peer on the job who may envy your talent and career prospects. And when you find yourself in this pit, I want you to do more than declare your intention to persevere. I want you to do good anyway, as Kent Keith and Mother Teresa reminds us. Here's a few of those sayings from Kent Keith that was repurposed by Mother Teresa. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of being selfish and having ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. And finally, because we all came to Medill to be creators of one sort or another, there's this. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. Create. So I want to tell you what happened to that high school basketball player who was in that coach's office. In 3 years, he was named a finalist for the Bob Cousy Point Guard of the Year award. After his redshirt junior season, he entered the NBA draft, but he would also earn his college degree. On June 23, 2016, Chris Dunn was selected by the Minnesota Timberwolves with the 5th overall pick in the NBA draft. And that single mother who suffered from clinical depression and contemplated suicide, you've probably heard of her. Her name is Joanne Jo Rowling, or you might know her under her more familiar pen name, J.K. Rowling, author of one of the most iconic stories of the 21st century, the Harry Potter series. I realize these are extreme examples. I'll give you a story that's more relatable. It's about that 42-year-old man who wasn't able to find decent work. That's it. There's nothing more. That 42-year-old man did go back to school, but he doesn't become a billionaire author or a basketball player. His story is still being written. And as that man, I'm telling you that my eyes are wide open and I'm sporting a matching smile, ready to devour any challenge just like I'm sure you are. These trials and scars we endure offer valuable lessons, and like you, I have more than my fair share. Whatever trial you face, you have three important tools at your disposal: that ability to persevere, your purpose, and access the most valuable asset of all, your difference, your own innate and beautiful ingenuity that makes you unique. So do good anyway, 2017 Medill School of Journalism graduates. You are more than qualified. And the reason why I wrote that speech, hello there, that's the end of it. I know it's a little long, is because, you know, I've been through a lot. Went through a lot of unemployment. Man, a lot of rejection as a writer. As a writer, you just face rejection. That's what happens. It's part of the game. But coming to graduate school has given me new life. And what I wanted to convey to this class, most of them I'm older than, is that you're going to go through trials, but just to keep fighting, to keep pushing through, be true to your vision, don't follow the crowd, discover your own unique difference. And that makes all the difference in the world. So that's why I'm doing this. Thank you very much. Bye.